Well, my name is Steve van Dyck. I'm the Senior Curator of Mammals and Birds at the Queensland Museum, and I'm just going to say a few things about the work that we did with the Mahogany Glider not so long ago. In 1986, when the Queensland Museum was moving from the old site over at Gregory Terrace to here, we found three very old skins, and here's one of them here, that I hadn't seen before. When we looked at these, we knew that they were superficially similar to the sugar glider, but much bigger, of course, and with a very long thin tail. When we looked at the labels associated with these three specimens, we found that they had a name of or the initials of a collector, KB. There was a locality there saying that they were found at a place called Mount Eku, and that the date was about 1886. So for 3 or 4 years we did some research about these rather cryptic comments on the label. We found out that KB was Kendall Broadbent, the museum collector at the time. We found out Mount Eku was Mount Echo, which was a mountain probably 20 kilometres west of Ingham, and we decided that we'd go and because things hadn't changed too much since those days, those very early days. We decided to go and look for this animal to see if it was still there. And for 4 years we climbed up all the mountains around Mount Echo and Cardwell and found nothing, until finally, rather than look up the mountains, we went down to the steamy lowlands where all the time that animal still existed, and we were able to find the animal alive and well in a very small range, but still, nevertheless, it still occurred alive in that area. And we applied for an ARC grant from the federal government and got that for 3 years to study their status and their requirements, and we found that this animal was indeed limited to a tiny strip of coastal lowland woodland, not rainforest, woodland, which was fast being decimated for sugarcane, pineapples, cattle and bananas. And so this animal has been found, but yet is critically endangered. This is not the only story that's occurred in the Queensland Museum with dealing with old specimens, and we've just come back this week from looking out west for a very rare mouse that hasn't been seen since 1936, but we know from the analysis of owl pellets has been found in these owl pellets as late as 2001. So there are still lots of very exciting discoveries to be made in Queensland.